let's have a look up close. We can see from the front, it's actually got quite a long lens. And that's because they've actually designed it to be used also as a stills camera. Now, I don't know how much use you're going to get out of that. I think your smartphone takes much better photographs, so I would stick with that. Up here we've got your AV out, your HDMI, your reset button, which sets everything back to factory default, and your USB connector. That's where you charge it. On this side we have the on-off button on the left, the micro SD card slot, and we have the OK button. This is the start-stop recording and the OK button in the menu. On the far side we have your menu navigation buttons. Let's see if we can see. Menu, up, down, and your mode selector. Very small buttons, as you can see. Very hard to press if you have big fingers like I do, but that's pretty minor. You'll notice up top it's got this slot, and this is a new style connector for your windshield mount. I have reservations about it. I actually like it. It's quite easy to slip on to the mount. Now, like I said, I have reservations with this setup, and the reason is this: there's actually quite a lot of wiggle in this little connection, and I've noticed that in my big rig I get a lot more vibration, and so the mic picks up this movement, and it basically blows out the sound. So let's power this on and see what it can do. When it powers on, it begins to record immediately. It's got the auto record function. I just turn that off and we'll get into the menu. The menu buttons are very small. For me, it's kind of an issue. I'm trying to do this one-handed while holding a camera, which is quite difficult. Got your up and down navigation buttons. So we're in 1080 full HD. The other options are 1080p, 720p, VGA, QVGA. Let's leave it at full HD. For exposure, I recommend leaving it in neutral. I haven't found any camera at any price point that really does anything with your anything useful with your exposure settings. I've left it on auto white balance. You can see the options here: daylight, cloudy, fluorescent, incandescent. Again, as I mentioned, this camera is actually designed to be used as a stills camera in addition to a dash cam, and that's why it has the auto white balance settings the way that it does, I believe. Due to the low battery life, I don't recommend you do this. You use it for a stills. Your smartphone's so much better. Anti-shake on or off, pretty simple. Loop recording gives you the options. I've got it in 10 minutes. You have options for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or off. Motion detection I have on. Record audio, again, if you're in a commercial vehicle, due to the vibration, you're not going to get much usable audio. If you're in a private vehicle, a four-wheeler as we call them, you'll be alright. Date stamp, simply on or off. Let's get into the secondary menu. You got your date, set your date. You got your auto power off. I believe there are multiple settings here. 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes are off. Pretty straightforward. Leave it at 3 minutes. Got your G sensor settings. It's 4 settings. 0 would be off. Level 1, 2, 3 for your sensitivity. The beep sound as you're navigating the menu, on or off. Your backlight settings, you can have it off or you can set it to a specific time. Set mine to 5 minutes just for fun. Language, the only one we care about is English. Frequency. TV mode, if you're in Europe or in North America, we're in North America, so we use NTSC. And that is we've got the image rotation, format the card, or reset to factory defaults. Straightforward. Now you can get all this information at a glance on the main display. The camera means we're in movie mode. Zoom in correctly there. 0 is our exposure, we're in the neutral position. Your auto white balance. We've got your 10-minute loop recording, and we've got your motion detection on. Down at the very bottom, the hand indicates that we've got the anti-shake. If you want to use your LED lights, they're controlled by the power button. You just quickly give it a quick press. Now the LED lights are on, and now they're off. And of course the final function is the zoom. You can zoom in, although at this gets pretty grainy, gets pretty noisy, not very usable. You can zoom in a little bit, maybe to there, maybe to there if you like, and the video is still usable. You'll have to play with it, you'll have to experiment with it yourself.